And we are live.
Thank you everyone for joining. Y'all wanted to see what's in the box, so we'll start with this one here. We have the Pouchos. All right, y'all, this is a new setup. I got a second camera set up just for this live stream to give you a upper view. As I also, you can look down at the top of the box, and we have ourselves set up with our frontal view. Thank you very much for joining me and Kaliilo for this special live event. And so just get right onto it. So real quick, I just want to ask the chat, do you guys want to see an FG pore that he just mailed me out? I have his displayed, the ones I picked up here. Or do you want to start with the mega box and then move into an FG pore? Yeah, 7 stacks. That's my first Apache case, so I was really happy to pick that up. And I just got this one in from eBay today. It's a 6mm wide Cuban link sterling silver chain, 24mm, and I paid like 54 bucks for this. Way cheap. It has some toning. It's stamped, but I want to maybe take it to my jeweler for appraisal and have it verified as genuine sterling, because that is quite the score, I think. All right.
Hey, pull
Well,
that bad boy back up real quick. Let's see that guy. Because we were trying to make sure that it's real, right? We wanted to authenticate it on air.
yeah.
Yeah, let's
So
see
let me
that
bring it
guy.
up.
Oh yeah, that's silver. All day that's silver.
Yeah.
For
And
sure.
there's a little bit of toning on the lobster claw. It's probably rubbed off
Mm-hmm.
now with my hands, but it is stamped Italy 925
Oh yeah, you're set. Yeah, for sure. That's definitely silver.
on that. And the lobster claw has a little stamp right there on the lever of the clasp.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other side here is something I hadn't seen before. It says Pelux. And when I looked that up, it's a coating for sterling silver jewelry. Reddit had the first answer, and what is Pelux on sterling? And it's like, I guess it's a ruthenium or some sort of thin coating to help it stay shiny and prevent toning.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it
Nice.
feels legit. The weight's nice. It looks, the shine is incredible. So I
Yeah.
think it's legit.
And if you're a weirdo like me, you can smell it, and it smells like silver.
I don't know if my
I
sense
I'm
is that
I'm a
great
chef and
yet.
I'm a cook, so I have this
Oh yeah.
weird sense of smell. So I can just totally smell when silver is silver.
And it's kind of, the camera's not even picking it up, and on the links behind my finger, there's a slight bit of toning, but the camera just shows the shine.
Hmm.
But
Nice, man. That's a beauty, bro. And you said how many grams was that?
I'm not sure. I haven't weighed it yet, and it wasn't in the description, but I think it might be close to an ounce. It's
Nice.
got a little bit of heft to it. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely nice. And where did you say that was? Where'd you pick that up at?
on eBay from like some sort
eBay.
of collectible and comic book seller. I don't know if he had like a pawn shop or what, but he
Hmm.
had it listed for $65, and then he gave it to me 10% off, or $60 and then
Nice.
10% off. And this is another one I got off of eBay. It's a sterling silver rose. And this one's snap 925 on the back, but it's not very heavy. It's hollow. It's got
Hmm.
air holes in the bottom. Probably when it was soldered and hot, but the chain's sterling too. I like
Wow.
roses, so that was probably. I've been wearing this every day since I got it, so it's started to tone a little bit on the depth of the petals. It's
Hmm.
got a little bit of like darkening, some purple tones.
Nice. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So who we got in the chat? We have Walter Thibodeau. We have Seven Sacks. Catcom. Good to see you, buddy. Who was like? I think LBS was one of the first ones.
Yeah, he commented that he would have to catch up later. He might have to miss the live stream, but
Yeah.
I just
And then
saw
we have
seven.
Jeff Rubin.
One.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice, nice.
Oh, Jeff Rubin's here too.
Yeah, I saw Jeff Rubin up there. Says, "What's in the box?"
Oh, that's coming. I see FG wants. I mean, Seven Stacks wants to see FG's pour, and that just came in yesterday. So let's see. He's shown this on his channel, but we'll do the full reveal here live. and see what all he sent us.
Man, it's always cool to get a custom FG pour, man.
Yeah. This is gonna be, I guess, my 5th one, but my 4th silver.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so got the bubble bag open.
Now, yeah, look at that.
He sent us the FG bits. So that looks like he put a little sheet of foam in the capsule to keep them from rattling. Get my knife. And wow. These are the FG bits. I try not to dump them everywhere when I pull this out from underneath, but pretty cool. I was glad he decided to do something with those little bits. I mean, I understand remelting them, of course, but all right, guys, I'm hyped up on tea and coffee, and I was about ready to make a snack when I was like, oh no, I got 10 minutes to go live, so kind of set up everything and came over.
What's going on? OC Omega Stacking's in the chat.
Oh, thank you for joining us, OC Omega Stacking. We're about to get to the FG pour here. And
Now those bits, what are the sizes on those guys?
I'm not too sure. These are the little tabs on the edges of the bar where he vents the silver off the sides,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
he chips them off, and he used to remelt them, but somebody had the idea, you should, sell those. And he's got a little
stamp them
press
and melt them.
with his logo. So yeah, he stamps them, and they pick up part of the little star that he does for Morningstar medals. That's on the back of the bars.
Nice. Catcom says, Kaliilo, you see Stacks and Bauer live auction on Libertads and Reels? No, I didn't. I have to go check that out. Is that going on now? Because you know me, if I see something, shoot.
Yeah. And then I guess this is his daughter's art signature. And I just found out in one of his videos showcasing her art that this is the orientation of her signature.
Nice.
So that's the way
very
that
cool.
sits. And then the Morningstar medals, so.
Wow, very cool. Oh, okay,
But,
so it was yesterday. I missed it. All right.
And then this Medusa bar, as the artwork is originally by Boris Vallejo, and I know a lot of his work was done in the 70s and 80s. And so it kind of, the hairstyles and some of the clothing fits that area, but it's like lifelike paintings that are, he's really big in fantasy art. So he's done like all the Marvel characters, or DC, Batman, Superman, Wolverine, Cyclops, the Zodiac symbols, fantasy art, Greek legends, like Atlas holding the world, and then this one of Medusa was a sketch that he
What
did.
in the holy libertitties is this?
And I
That's a
kind of wish
beauty.
I would have printed out the original art to showcase next to it. But yeah, I mean, she's a gorgeous Medusa. And the legend is that, I guess one of the ones I looked up was that she was a priestess in a temple of Athena, and she was revered for her beauty, particularly her hair. And then Zeus kept making advances on her, and then one day forced himself upon her in the temple of Athena. And so she cursed Medusa to turned her hair into snakes, and that any man that would look upon her be turned to stone, in jealousy of her beauty and what Zeus had done to her. And so that one kind of reflects the beauty of Medusa having the snakes for hair as she's sitting there in a seductive pose. And I think that one was done in like 1984 or something. I forget when. It was a sketch that it's black and white, but the detail is divine.
Man, that FG, he is just top notch when he makes this stuff, man. That is just the detail, just all of it is so well made, man. FG is just good at his craft.
Oh, I forgot to turn on my other light. Yeah, so we can get more. I don't know. Let me get the green off the background because I don't know. Maybe it helps enhance the colors next to her, and like this spot here, it just the coloration in this one is pretty incredible too. It's not just all flat black. Yeah, that's incredible work, man. I think it's 3.4 ounces on this one. Let me pull up the COA. 3.13 of 3/9 fine silver.
Man, that is just gorgeous.
So that's almost
Gorgeous.
about as heavy as the Mortal Kombat that he did for me.
Man, FG, he just, man, goodness gracious, he just does amazing work. I'm so happy we have him because I know they got that other homie over there across the
From the
pond.
UK. Yep. I saw his pours
Mhm.
at first and I was like really envious. I was like, wow. But then I was thinking international shipping, import taxes, and his premium. And then
Mhm.
FG, he does wonders for the community.
For sure. Absolutely.
All right, let me put these. Let me put Medusa here in the back so she can stay on display. Let's see what we do here. Move the COA. And it's time for the main event. We got a couple more people tuning in to the live.
The main event, baby. Let's go.
All right, so this is about, I guess I've been saying about 6 months of orders. The first ones I think I placed at the end of July, and the last ones I paid off at the end of December before having this mailed out just after New Year's. So,
The
I got
main event.
my
And now
dog
this
here with
is
me trying to climb under
this
the
is a
desk, rattling the camera.
layaway, right? You're doing the
No,
layaway thing?
sort of. These are pre-orders. Although he does let me pay the balance in payments.
Mhm.
Everything that this guy lists is like, these are the items. Here are the pictures. This is the price. Items payment is due when item is in hand, and
Mhm.
so I guess he'll take orders from his clients and customers, and then submit that as one big order to his wholesaler, and then whenever he gets the items in and for distribution to the individual customers is when the payment is due. And so I was
Love it.
looking, and two of the lever tabs I bought, I ordered them in July, so those were like the first one, but they didn't come in until October.
Mhm.
And so that was when I actually had to pay for them, but the price was locked in July at the time of the order. So let's see. All right, let me get this paperwork out of the way, but here we go. It's one of his little stickers in his business, Silver Linings Enterprises, LLC. He sent me stickers and stuff, and I guess I got a little stack of invoices in here. It looks like more than just one, so I'll set that to the side for now because there might be my name. Okay, looks like we
I
have
love
some
that.
copper and gold backs up top. What do you want to see first?
Man, just go for broke. Whatever. Let's go.
All right, we'll work right to left on this layer here. Can't get the. I see the tape, but I can't find the edge of the bubble wrap. I should have got scissors. Actually, I have some across the apartment. I just need to go get them. So, yeah, I don't want to scratch these capsules. Okay, we have some 4/9 fine copper Toro cards. These are The Kiss of Death and the Valkyrie. So I'd seen a couple people pick up some of these.
And these are
I just
silver?
wanna, these are copper.
Oh, copper, you said. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so I think I picked these up for 15 each, and I think they're 1 ounce of copper. And so they're quite large for their size. I mean, considering the 1 ounce bar, I had my Engelhart back here is that big, but they're thin. So I'm happy about the size. But I just thought these were kind of cool, kind of collectibles, as something to have as kind of a unique thing. Not something really I was looking to flip or stack, but just kind of like a one-off item because there was a whole series of those. Got two more here. we have Purity and the Sorceress. So I just thought that these are pretty neat. I think there might be 15 in total, all coming out over time. Like these releases happened over like 4 months or something between the first ones and then the latest releases. All right, and now we're almost done with layer 1. We have, I think, my Arizona Goldbacks. And I picked up just a couple of these just to have them. So I think I got, 2 of the halves. Really pretty. I like the artwork, so that's why I picked
Yeah,
them.
I love that. And anything like cowboy, that kind of stuff, man, I love it. It's awesome.
Okay, so we got here 2 1/2 Oklahomas, a 1 Oklahoma. So these might be Oklahoma. I thought I got Arizona too, but they're probably in there. And then I got a 2 and a 1 South Dakota here on the top. Oh yeah, I was kind of like picking up. Oh, it's a 1 Wyoming there. Yeah, like a 1 from each state. So I got Oklahoma, Wyoming, South Dakota, and then I got the ones from Oklahoma too. I thought so. The 2's a 1, yeah, and a 2 from Oklahoma, and then the ones from the other states. Nice. I'm glad I got a little sleeve for these because I got that gold back holder from Vegas Stacker somewhere, but it's not right here. All right, layer 1 is complete. Let's get in. Ooh, all right. Check that out. Let's see, how do I switch one to the other?
Oh, we lost you on the
All
sound.
that. Huh?
Oh, there you are. There you are. Got you back.
Sorry, yeah, I just kind of I got my computer right next to me, so I have to step away for a little bit. So I have some Christmas copper rounds I picked up to gift out. Some tiny gold. Ooh, uh-oh, I see this popping out. These ones have been a while.
Is that gold?
There is some gold right here.
Nice, nice.
Switch the camera.
Man, that Libertad. Whew.
This one is the one of the July orders here. Let me do the little switcheroo again. Because like I see your silver ring and it looks very similar to these. And so these were my first ruthenium and platinum coated.
Yeah.
Like the first one's in a wooden box. Fancy, fancy. And there she is. Wow. So get what the mintage number is on this one. Is that a magnet closure? Yeah. But we have a black platinum and ruthenium. Set this back. I almost wonder if I should get the box out of the way and just pull items out one at a time. Little baggies, because here is the reverse, the ruthenium and black platinum. So kind of order these as a pair because they're supposed to like proof and reverse proof. I thought they were kind of cool. Black platinum and ruthenium, and then the ruthenium and black platinum. So.
Man, those are nice. And those are 1 ounces?
Yeah. Ooh.
Very, very nice. Look at that. Got it in a capsule and everything.
Yeah. Whoa. It looks like a texture in that field too. Do you see that almost like marbling?
Yeah, they really outdid themselves on those. Wow. That's pretty nice, man. Very cool.
This is a ruthenium and black platinum.
Wow. That is a beauty.
And then the other. is right there. And I paid 125 for these each. So, you know, they definitely carried a premium, but I was excited. You know, the first ones in the wooden box with the COA. And I think the mintage on these is 500. So. Nice. Those will be some desk silver,
Heck yeah,
probably.
man. But I like those little presentation boxes and everything. They just
Yeah,
look really well made, you know?
yeah. Hinge, the copper pin, dual side on the back,
Mm-hmm.
magnet closure. If you see the little magnets there too, so if you just grab the lid, it's not gonna fly open and dump everything. That's nice. All right. So here we go. Here's some tiny gold coming from the mega box. Try to get this tape to rip. Now these carried a premium for what they were, but I just thought they would be cool, and I picked up multiples in case I wanted to sell them. But I'm not too sure. I mean, maybe I could mark them up, but it definitely be a collector's item. Oh wow.
I like how that just
Okay.
opened up like that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, but they're individuals. It's a sleeve, like a business card. But let me see if my camera will focus on these beauties. Wow, it's almost like laser engraved. They have the Angel of Independence. These are 1/1000th troy ounce, individually numbered from the New Way 50-cent coins. Oh, I picked up 5 of these for 23, I believe, each. You know, so, you know, with that collector's market, even if I sell these for 25 without fees, you know, peer to peer, I make a little profit, but I've seen these go for auction up to, you know, $25 to $30, but I just thought it was nice. I like the design and then the card and assay. I have to get a bigger poucho because we picked up more of the tiny gold. I should go get my scissors. Here we have another 5, the gold Libertad tribute. So it looks like about the size of a 1/20th. I wonder if these will pop out. They might. It's a coin in card. Oh, this is the size of a credit card here. Again, New Way 50-cent 1/1000th troy ounce.
So
Minted
that's
in
the
that
same as like a gold back, right? Usually, like the
Yeah, it's the same amount as gold as a 1 gold back, but
man.
at about
I'll take this all day.
yeah. So tiny, you know, little bits, but they add up. You know, 5 of these 1/1000th is unfortunately, you know, not any more than my 1/200th Monarch precious metal rounds, but they're bigger, you know, diameter, so they're probably stamped super thin. And then at least they've got, you know, the card to verify. So I thought those would be nice little collectibles to hold on to. Oh snap! All right, we
Look
got
at
a little
that.
chunker right here.
All right, all right, all right. We got Matt Wing, OC, Catcom, Avocado, Walter Thibodeau,
Avocado cracker. What's up?
ASC guy. Good to see everybody jumping on in.
Wow, I'm gonna have to get some capsules because I believe this guy just sends everything in flips. But we have a 2025 2 onza intaglio mint Oh, yeah. It's a pore.
Yo, that's pretty dope. I mean, it's not,
Libertad 50.
obviously it's not an original, but still, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
That is super cool. Love that.
Yeah. Me too. So, I've got two of the 2-ounce actual Libertads, but they're 2023. I don't really care about a date run, but I thought that was cool. And so I picked up, a 2-ounce and two 1-ounce of the 25s. Um, at a, I forget how much, maybe like $8 over spot at the time. I have to check my invoice and see what all was in there. But here, your favorite monarch. We've got King Charles III on an Australian bar.
Those big old ears.
Yeah. But we have the 2025 coin bars.
How many ounces is that? That looks thick.
It's a 1-ounce bar, but they
Oh,
are
okay.
smaller than most American bars. They're smaller than the Engelhard and
Yeah, yeah,
smaller
yeah.
than my other 1-ounce bars. I think I have them here. So they're shorter and narrower, but they're a little bit thicker. And so these are going to almost complete my date run of the Dragon Bar coins. I picked up, I think, 3 of these. So I probably might end up filling a tube on this stream.
That's awesome, bro. Like a full tube of 20?
Yep.
Nice. Congrats,
Because
man. That's a super good goal.
because these bars are such a unique size. I actually went on eBay and picked up a Perth Mint tube for the bars that I have, and I've already got I don't know how many. I forget, but I have the 2025 Lunar Snake bar, and these ones are just bullion bars. So they have this series going as well as the Dragon Bar coins. So some people were confused why they did the snake in 2025. But it's different. This dragon is different than the other Dragon Bar coins that have the monarch on the back. So here we got Queen Lizzie in a 23.
23 is one of my favorites. I like that dragon, the 23.
I got a 22, a 21. Took me a while to find the 2020. I got a 2019, and then 2 of the 2018, which is the first year. So all I need is the 24, and I think that's in a different box there. So what's that? 6, 7, 8, 9. I had in the tube, and then here we're adding another 2 on top of that. So it's 11 bars, and I think there might be 1 or 2 more of these hiding in there. But yeah, I see Omega stacking, and I was like, I don't have that many bars, and I completely forgot about my Perth collection. So now we have the 2025 Perth Mint Dragon Bar. Get the lid out of the way. And again with the Monarch, but I think this is a 25 Kookaburra. Yeah. So I'm picking up a couple of dates, but I'm not
Man.
actively hunting them. Like if I had
Is
the
that,
budget,
what year is that?
this
Is
is
that
the
the 26?
2025. That's the 2025.
Oh, look at that privy. That's dope.
And I just actually bought. He let me add on to this because this guy I owe him for more orders. And he let me add on a 2026 Kookaburra, and I picked that up for $89 at the end of maybe about 2 weeks ago. Spot was about 80, 82. So he let me add that on to my balance, and I owe him $338. So March will be a lot more easy than February. I kind of messed up in January and using February to catch up financially. So I'll probably get another big box of orders, not as big as this, but at the end of March or mid-March. There. Okay. So here we have a little bit more of the tiny gold. Tape is tough, man. And a Libertad. So this is one I picked up, I think, for $90. This is the golden Aztec dragon.
Dude, that is crazy cool.
So
Crazy cool.
250 limit.
That's
Yeah. So
awesome.
he's dropped 2 more special birth ads. I think I sent you an email with one that's like a phoenix. It's a holographic phoenix. But this one I thought was really cool. And, oh shit, I got number 70 out of 500. Go 250. Oh, whoa. That calendar with the gold eagles, that pop.
Dude, that is killer, bro. I love that like accent with the gold and then the Aztec calendar, dude. That is crazy cool, man.
Yeah, that is cool.
Dude, you let me know if you ever see another one of those and just hook a brother up.
All right. I wonder if I can message him. I don't know if he has any extra of these that he picked up, because there was one I tried to buy. It was my first coin from the CIT Mint. So they do a lot of like high premium collectibles, and it was a 2-ounce antique ultra high relief Mexican columnario tribute, and the pre-order time in November was $150. And when I asked him about it, I didn't see it in my invoices. He said I picked up an extra one, and I was kind of like, a little spot was like $100 or close to that, and I said, well, that's cool. And he said, well, I'll give it to you for the I said, that's cool, but I tried to buy one back in November, and he said, oh, I'll sell it to you for the same price. And so he let me pick it up for that same $150 for a 2-ounce ultra high relief coin.
That's what's up, man. That's awesome. Look at those. Those are super cool. 1,000. Those are
Yeah.
nice.
And so I picked up, little things like this. I wonder if feels like the capsule might pop out of the card or something. Maybe it opens up and then you can take it off, because there's a little bit of wiggle. I might have to drop these in the pouch if the capsules come out, but I'll play with that later. And so, I didn't pick up 5 of all the tiny gold, but, I picked up a couple little pieces, stacking the frack very inefficiently, but
I bet they're like paper thin if you were to get them out of the capsules.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, super cool though. They're super dope. That's awesome.
Yeah. And these are Republic of Liberia. $12
Really?
face value.
Huh.
Yeah. Let me get the price
Interesting.
up. So these aren't new way. 1/1000th, and then it gives the dimensions and a number out of 99949. Oh yeah, limited mintage, low cost, very high premium, but nice with a little way to inefficiently stack. So I'll save. I got more of that.
Nothing wrong with getting your little ice cream cones here and there,
Yeah. Oh, I picked up 2 of those, I think, because I picked up another 5 of these kind that are similar design, but a slightly different card. So yeah, these are almost the same. And it's like a guitar player with the card.
Reminds me of the Coco movie.
Oh yeah. Oh, so it's the same coin and a different card. But yeah, I like the
Very
your
cool.
sugar skull too, and so I was like, well, it's, I would like the de los muertos, and same Public of Liberia, different coin. I mean, different card. So the candles for the ofrenda, and then the guitar. So, yeah. I have to figure out how to add that into my AppMex portfolio. So, before we get into the silver, let me just. Do you care about the copper, or should we just skip that for now? There should be. I don't know if there's a tube in here or not, but I'll just move to this real quick, because I thought some of these were kind of
check
cool.
them out.
We're from Intaglio Mint, so I picked some of these up just to kind of have, and some might make it out as late Christmas gifts. But little 2025 snowflakes. Here we got Santa flying down over the town. And Merry Christmas 25. And I think that was it, yeah, because I was going to give some of these out to the mother-in-law for Christmas, because she's asking, are you ever going to give me a coin? And so you gave her a couple copper rounds. Why? Oh, and then I have a tube of copper from the Intaglio mint, the Libertad.
Nice. Full tube, really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
I think I picked this up when I got the 1 ounce 2025s. These were about $4 each, maybe like $4.75. They were a little bit of a premium on these ones. I didn't get all the tape. So 1 onza Copra Puro 2025. 39's fine. Copper Libertads.
Even at copper, the design is just so awesome and just iconic, you know?
Yeah.
Intaglio mint. That's pretty dope. I love that. Nice.
Yeah. I got a tube of these. Nice. Might have to use that tube for some of the silver. Okay, here we go. There's another bar in there. Let's see what that one is. Oh, but yeah, it's another 2025 Dragon Bar coin. Yeah, I picked these up for about $40 to $45 each. You know, spot was maybe like 38 at the time. You know, July to August, right as it was hitting 40. So it was a little bit of a premium, but definitely, you know, way under spot now. I mean, some people would look at, you know, $6 to $8 premium on silver at $39 and say, you know, why would I pay that? But, you know, I buy what I like and, you know, kind of swallow the premiums if they're not too terrible.
Yeah, looking back now, everybody's like, whoa, we wish it was 65. We wish it was 50, 55, you know?
Yeah, me too. I'm like, damn, you know, 5-ounce bar for 400 over almost $500 now, you know, and I would like, I want it to be 250 again. Okay, so I've got some of the legendary warriors. I got a Geronimo recently. I sent my Eric Bloodaxe off to FG, either for collecting or melting, but there were only a couple of them that I actually cared about collecting. But Sitting Bull, Geronimo, and somewhere in here I think is a Miyamoto Musashi, the Legendary Warriors series silver rounds. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, I like all the weapons on the back. I think I saw a samurai sword, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, and so
Very like the Game of Thrones vibes.
if I wanted to, I could have bought one of each release because he had, you know, them all available as back order with the Miyamoto Musashi as the latest release. But I don't, like I said, I kind of was a little bit picky, so I only got the ones that I was really interested in having. But I could have ordered the whole set. Oh, these are chunkers. No, I heard some of these
That's
had the
cool,
OM
man.
mint mark on them, but there's a 2025.
Yeah, man. And you know what's crazy is that even though it's not a straight up Mexico mint, they still have pretty significant premiums for being,
Yeah.
you know.
And I guess I've heard that some of these had the OM mint mark, but it was on the other side. That, you know, kind of like being obvious, trying to be obvious it wasn't a Libertad. Again, you know, the flip is horizontal instead of vertical. It says Intaglio Mint and Tribute right there on the back. But yeah, I don't know if many
That
might have
that was like some smart business sense to do that by them, you know. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's a
Really
different. These are
smart.
only 39 millimeters, so they're, you know, smaller diameter. But yeah, I thought they were neat. I picked up some of these and two of the 2026s. The 2026 cost me 85, 86 each. Spot was locked in, I forget when, you know, a couple days after the pre-order, and it was a set premium over spot for those ones. And then, you know, at the day of the order was when spot price plus, you know, the set premium Oh wow. Okay, there's another intaglio. I think these are from intaglio too. So I got myself a silver snowflake just because. But here,
Yeah, those little generic silver snowflakes. You can always send those to FG. You know, if you got something you're thinking about.
yeah. Uh, but this one, these generics, they won't get melted. I haven't seen anybody showcase these on their channel, and maybe I'm not watching enough stackers. But can you? I don't know if anybody can read that. But we got the 7 deadly sins from the
Mm-hmm.
intaglio mint. I
That's
picked up
cool.
two of each design. Ooh, pride. And you can see she's looking in a mirror and half of her face is missing. She's got an exposed upper jaw, half of her cheek is rotted, and there's that distortion around her eye socket with the hands here, here, and all there reaching towards her face as she, you know, observes herself in the mirror. Oh, that was pretty cool. I thought that whole I don't know if I have the whole series in here. Depends on what I had paid off at the time that he shipped. But once I get this all opened up, we'll set it all aside. Oh, my first peso, un peso, 1940, the Cap and Ray. So I picked up one of
Oh
those. I
heck
think for
yeah,
about
man. You know those are my faves.
yep. And at 79,
79. Yeah.
finally I got to see it. Ooh, that looks like it has a little bit of cartwheel on there.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
my
it's got
first
some
sale
good
on
condition for sure.
Yep. He had, I think this might have been his only 79 at the time, but he had 79s and 80s even recently for just a few dollars over spot. And, maybe like a couple weeks ago when I didn't have any money. But Casa de Moneda, un onza, plata pura, 33.625 grams of 90% silver, right? 90%? Or is it 925?
Yep, 925. Yep.
25
Sterling.
right there.
Yep.
Yeah, gorgeous. I'm happy. Some more pesos for Escudo Paucho. All right, I think I can almost get this box out of the way. We're down to the last two, I think. All right, let's get into this.
Everybody following along with a silver count because he's giving away an Taglio mint. Not just kidding. Nah, just kidding.
Okay, these are Wrath here. Let me pull one out of the flip. You can see all those lines and thing. 3 nines, fine silver, entanglement, 7 deadly sins, and we have Wrath. With a fist and fire with a skull on the wrist. And it looks like a snake skeleton with the skull head. Some fire and a star in the background. And here is the other. And I picked up two just in case, I ever wanted to sell a set or, test the waters on selling all 7 together. Again, just because, I like the intaglio mint. I know they're kind of a boutique mint that, they don't crank out hundreds of thousands of coins, but they do have a demand. Ooh, there we go. Samurai, you said. And here we have
Yeah, that samurai looks dope.
Miyamoto Musashi
Nice, 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 nice.
chilling in front of a temple with both of his swords. Looks like a cherry tree on the left-hand side. Legendary warriors. Oh yeah, we picked so much silver. Sitting Bull and Miyamoto Musashi.
Dude, that's so cool. Did the History Channel do that? What is that? The Warriors, like where they would pit them against each other and like
Oh
in a
yeah.
CGI, whatever.
Mm-hmm. The was it Deadliest Warrior, I think, and they had the
Yep,
first one, I
Deadliest
think.
Warrior.
Yeah, and they'd pit like a gladiator warrior versus an Apache and a samurai
Mm-hmm.
versus. Yeah, I really like
Oh,
that one. I
love
learned.
that one. Man, I got rid of mine that I had of that one. I had a 1982, no, 81, 82 one. I had an old one just like that, and it was really nice. Should have kept it, but it's so cool. I love the back has the Constitution, right? Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
No state shall make anything but gold and silver a form of legal tender and payment of debts. Article 1, Section 10. Yeah,
That's
I was
right.
talking
And
about
that
that
is
one.
exactly why I'm like, how in the world am I going to pay taxes on gold and silver when it's actually money? That's like the stupidest thing in the world. So
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, I just thought that was so cool too. I had to get one. Now that I got the box out of the way, I can set up coin stands.
Yeah, every real stacker needs to have one of those. I think almost everyone that I've interacted with, like on the PNs for sale, they all have one. And man, I got rid of mine like a bozo.
Yeah, but I think that was one of the things. I was like, "Can I get one, please?" And added it on to the balance because he had a handful of them. I don't know if he picked them up locally or what, but sometimes he has dos peso, a couple of gold coins. He does the pre-orders. Lately, some silver, some copper. Um, the tiny golds, he's gone up to 1/200th ounce, but they're about the same price as the 1/100th ounce, directly from Monarch Precious Metals. So, they're kind of cool gold coins, but I'm kind of chilling on the super high premium tiny gold. I'm picking up a 1/10 maple and just kind of stick with maybe grams or half grams or bigger. As far as that, oh snap! What is gluttony? Okay, pull one of these out. We have the next one in the 7 Deadly Sins. Yeah, Gen X Silver Stacker. Yeah, the Honest Money Never Fails is one of my favorites too. I was glad it's a beautiful ship, OC Omega. That was why I wanted to have it. But we have Gluttony. We have a mouth wide open with jagged teeth and a tongue pouring out across a table full of food. Here we've got like a turkey leg and a goblet and a plate here on the side and a skull hiding in the background. Try to get it as close as I can while keeping it in focus. I just thought their designs were really cool, and once I started picking them up, I just was like, "Yeah, keep ordering me 2 of each."
Yeah, nothing wrong with having a few extras here and there, you know?
Yeah, like I said, at least I've got one extra of the set, and I've seen people sometimes they'll pick up tubes of the Perth Men or whatever, and that's how I got some of mine all on eBay with people just reselling from extras they picked up when spot was lower. We've
Mm-hmm.
got Sloth here, an hourglass. It looks like a clock in the background, and a guy just kind of melting into the floor. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. Just kind of trying to stay set up and keep the presentation going.
What is the silver count? What are we up to now?
I do not know.
And
We
that's the
have,
2 ouncer you just put up there, yeah? Of
yeah, that's
the
the 2 ouncer.
Kaliilo.
Yeah, I got the 1 ounces right here.
Yeah, let's put them up there. Let's see. Let's get the silver count.
2, 3 here. We have that's an ounce. Here's another the snowflake ounce. I have these 2. 3 more here. There's the kookaburra.
And then those specialty, right? You got your specialty Libertades, the
Yep.
colorized.
Oh yeah, they're right up there. I set them on top. That's why I didn't see them. So we got 1, 2, 3 with Sitting Bull. Set them over here. Okay, so we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 19 ounces so far, and a silver piso.
Man, that's a
Oh,
nice
wait.
haul, buddy.
How many dragon bars? I forgot.
Oh, your Dragon
We
bars,
have
yeah.
3 of the dragon bars, so the count plus 3.
22 ounces plus. Heck yeah, man.
Plus, we have one more. It looks like
Oh, let's
another 8
go.
ounces in here.
So about 30
And
ounces?
I think so. I wanted to say 30 ounces, but I wouldn't want to say 30 and it was like 27 or something. So I was like 25 plus ounces of silver, the mega box. And so yeah, I think we're pushing 30 ounces on this one, plus the gold.
Whoa, you saved the best for last. Are those prospectors? What?
No, these are the tiny gold here.
Oh, it looked like Engelhards, the ones that you were just
Yeah.
about to open up. I was like, I know me some
Oh,
Engelhards.
those are Engelhards. Yes, they are. I got
Yeah, buddy.
Engelhard.
I was like, I know me some prospectors when I
I
see
got
them.
them.
Shoot.
I got the
Oh, the
2025.
2025s. Nice. The modern
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. With the big E bull logo. My first silver prospectors. I've got the gold ones, but those are from Engelhard. They're prospectors golden gem. They're in Colorado. Get another stand up. Yeah. Oh, we have Envy from the 7 Deadly Sins. We got 2 of those, so I'll take one out and put it on a stand and leave the other in the flip there.
Walter Thibodeau says that is a nice box full. Congratulations.
Thank you. Agreed. Would definitely help me purchase this one. Again, it was, slow purchases, order me 2 as they came out from Intaglio, and then they'd come in and I purchased them. Little bit at a time. This is about 6 months, but yeah. Some people
What
ask
are
me,
we
why did
what are we up to on the Deadly Sins? Is that like all 7 of them or 6? 5,
I think
6?
it might be 7. I mean, kind of
Yeah, I think you got
1,
them all.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. Yep, I have all 7. We have the last 2 right here. So yeah, I know I got them all. I just wasn't sure if they all came in this box.
Dang, that's super cool, man. So you got the whole set plus extras. Very
Yep,
nice, very nice.
Lust is the last one here to be showcased. We've got the woman with snakes coming around and one biting her chest. Oh, she's eating a poisoned apple too. It's almost like Snow White. She's got a hood on with a poisoned apple.
Yeah, man, you're disciplined with all this silver because all I would be thinking in my mind right now, as the GSR gets lower and lower, I'm like, okay, how much of this can I flip into gold? That's what I would have been doing.
Yeah, part of me is thinking that too. I'm like, okay, if the GSR drops again and silver takes off, then what can I flip? What am I willing to flip into gold? And it's probably going to
Hmm.
be some of my generics out of
I think you have a
this group
bunch of
here.
kangaroos, don't you? Like a bunch of milky kangaroos.
I did. I traded those the first time. I traded how many of them? 12 kangaroos for gold, and then a couple of other generics. But I might maybe
Good
some
man.
buffalo, like these
Oh
Mason
yeah,
Mint.
look at that. Oh yeah, good man. Yeah, see, you're doing it right. I got rid of all my surface stacks. I wish I would have had buffaloes or just a bunch of generic stuff. That stuff would all be going
The
towards
thing is,
gold.
I think I only have 10 of these so far of the Mason Mint, and then I have the first three silver. First silver I ever bought was these 3 buffaloes. So I kind of want to hold on to these ones. And I
Yeah,
bought them.
the prediction is that we hit 100 or 100 plus in the next week for sure. Maybe in the next, I say for sure before March is over, but they're predicting already this next week, especially with everything going on today and the Iran strikes and all that stuff. So I say once the GSR, I think the GSR is going to get close to 50 here real soon, real
Yeah.
soon.
But some of the things I might, I don't know about my vintage rounds, but and I have some other intaglio rounds, but I would probably trade off these compass ones. I didn't, I picked these up I think for like 39 or 40, right about spot price at the time. I picked those up, and these are, kind of proof like with the compass rose and all the degrees. So I know I like them. And then the reverse has got the compass rose on a proof field.
Yeah, they're nice, but I mean, shoot, if you got a gold Libertad in your hand, that's a little bit nicer, in my opinion.
And I'm not too sure about like this vintage A mark and this Liberty here, because I'm not sure what this really is. This one, other than it's probably a replica, and it seems like the die is rotated because it doesn't do a vertical or a clean horizontal flip. I'm not sure if this is an error mint or anything special, but I don't know. I do kind of like the A mark.
Yeah, the A mark is nice. Walter Thibodeau says, I know people are excited about the higher price, but to me, I'll be buying less at that price. Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Yeah, I usually go less on silver and I go a little bit higher into gold.
And then these ones here, these sunshine minting would probably go, but I'm not so sure
Oh,
about
yeah.
this old sunshine minting silver eagle. Because these
Yeah,
ones
buddy.
are the more modern mint that have that Veriscan or
Mm-hmm.
whatever little
Mm-hmm.
logo, and then this one just says it on.
Yeah, that for sure. Anything that I saw that it was like that, that was, yeah, for me, in my opinion, like if that was sitting here on my desk, that would be all surface stack, and I'd have it ready to go in a little box, ready to go, so that I could put it on PMs for sale and start selling it.
Yeah, so I've got like 8 ounces here. I just quickly picked out that will probably be surface stack. Again, I got those 10 bucks, 3, 6 of these Mason Mint Buffaloes. I have more in another box I need to open, but
Oh,
I might trade
nice.
like the Tombstone round. I'm not sure because it's Scottsdale Mint. I
Mm-hmm.
know that one
Mm-hmm.
would carry a premium selling on the
Yeah.
private market. But even
Yep.
things like, I got one
Oh, yeah,
Britannia.
nice.
I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if I'd let that go. The Royal Arms, and then
Nice.
I got the Liberty and Britannia. So
Yeah, for me, it just depends on what's out there. You know what I mean? Like anytime I saw, because PMs for sales fast. It's like that endless
yeah,
coin show that's just going quick, and then the good deals go fast. So, what I would just do is just start scrolling and seeing what I see that I like, and and as soon as they like, for example, I think it was this one here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but yeah, man, when this one came up, I think within 2 minutes I snatched it up. Like I didn't even hesitate because these never come up. These gold reverse proof Libertades, they just never come up hardly ever. And if they do, they're crazy premiums. And as soon as it popped up, I immediately I snatched it, not even hesitating.
yeah, definitely. There was one. Well, sorry, my dog kicked my desk there. Deal. I kind of thought about jumping on. I saw on PMs for sale somebody had some Monarch precious metals, the 1/200th gold, the
Ah, yeah,
same
yeah, yeah.
the same rounds that I have
Mm-hmm.
here, but they had a design I didn't have, and they were asking $40 each, which is the same price as direct from Monarch precious metals.
Monarch, yeah, yep, yep.
Yeah, and so I thought about picking up 3 of them just to round out, because if I get 10, then I'll have a
Mm-hmm.
20th of gold in just these, style of rounds.
Yeah, you
And
can always
then,
hit them up too and just say, "Hey, you got any room to move?" I mean, most people are usually willing to work with folks, but is that the
yeah,
120th Libertad?
yeah, because then I figured if I get 10 of the 1/200th, and then with the 1/20th, that'll be an even 10th ounce. As I'm kind of like,
Nice.
okay, I want to round out the number in the poucho, except
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
I've got a gram in here too that kind of
Nice,
throws
nice,
off the
nice,
even
nice.
number. But I'm paying off
It's
another
funny.
1/10 gold maple that'll be here, in about 2 weeks, 2, 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've actually paid
Love
it
it.
off. I picked up some copper buffaloes from the same seller. Um, and then those came in early. So it's like, okay, well, I can, afford to pay you this much, and then, I'll add on the buffaloes at the end of that. And they said, okay, worked
Mm-hmm.
with me.
Nice. I actually have this one right here as we speak. I made a post last night for this one. Not to sell, but just to trade. I'm trying to trade this one for a 1/10 gold Libertad. And, as you know, Lithic isn't really making stuff right now. So this one has a nice little premium on it. And I have a really good offer, but the guy's still waiting to get his Libertad in from another seller. But so we haven't locked it in. So if anybody's interested in this guy, wants to do a community trade, if you got a 1/10 Libertad, let me know. Shameless plug.
I hope you can find one. A 1/10 would be great,
Yeah,
but
man, that's one of the things I don't have because this one's like all nice and has a case, has the COA and everything, and I'm trying to get everything so I can put it in El Jefe Poucho. So I can't really put this in El Jefe unless I take it out of the capsule and stuff. But I mean, it's still nice. I mean, obviously, Lithic is awesome.
yeah. And it's awesome. Wow, and you got all your gold out too. So
Oh, look at that! Walter Thibodeau says I was lucky enough to win a 1/10 2023 gold Brit from Cheapskate Coins. That's awesome, man. Free gold at 1/10. That's about 550 to $600, man. That's what's up.
yeah, that's
Congrats.
awesome.
Yeah, man. I really like my little stand from Mustard and Biscuits. It's perfect. Set up all my gold.
Yeah, and you've got a great angle on there too that you can see all the coins over each other without it being too
Obstructed. Yeah.
yeah, that's the word. I was about to say obtrusive, but that wasn't quite right.
Yeah, man. So are we done with the monster box opening or the unboxing?
I think
Mega
that's it.
box?
I think we've got through everything. Showed off my silver chain. We brought out the Medusa. Oh, I forgot the Libertad, the golden Aztec in the silver count.
Yeah, let's see it, man.
So,
Let's put you back on the big screen.
all right, let me drag myself over. And this is one I showed you that you said it was really cool with the Aztec calendar and the accents, but I left it out when we did the count on ounces that came
Oh,
in
so
the
you're
box.
at 31 plus
I think.
plus a bunch of copper,
Let me get
man.
my generics out of the way. Yeah. Plus, what's this? 8 ounce, 28 ounces of copper. Because I got
Wow.
8 rounds here. And then the full tube of Libertades.
So
De
I
Coco.
can't help
De
myself.
Cobre.
Let's see. Kitco silver bid is at 93.66. So what, 31 ounces times 93.66. We're at 2,900, 2,903. That's a nice haul, buddy.
Yeah.
That's a nice
Yeah.
haul.
So let me start out here in the corner. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, plus these 7 is 30. And then the 2 Libertades, actually 32 ounces in this box of silver, 28 ounces of copper, and what was this? Be 5, 10, 15, 1,000. So that's 1.5 100ths. And then the 2 1,000ths, 1.5, 0.0152 or 0.00152 ounces of gold.
Wow. So in silver, I calculated just at 2,997.12. And that's, you said you got the two up there, the two colorized?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's over $3,000 worth of precious metals. You are a stacker.
Wow. I'm gonna have to throw all this in my AppMex log and figure out where I'm at. So this 32, this is gonna put me at 265 ounces, I think, in total in my stack.
Man, that's amazing, brother.
That's crazy.
Congratulations. Congrats.
Yeah, actually more because there's another box that's under my lap computer over here keeping it balanced. But yeah, that's another 11 ounces, so that's what 277. Oh, and then I'll be at 300 here probably by the beginning of summer.
So are we opening that one up or?
I'm not too sure. That was the medium box in my promo video. The small box I used is actually the one that I keep all of my colored libertades in. So I just kind of was like, oh, what's a small box? And I was like, okay, that's a small box. That's still good to get. And then I was like, okay, the medium box here. And this one still needs to be open. This one's got 11 ounces from one seller I picked up.
What are you
Probably
doing, man?
through
No
December.
time like the present. Let's get that open. What are we doing?
All right, all
Shoot.
right. This is the mega unboxing live event. So we got an
Yeah, man.
MP4, we got a necklace, we got 32 ounces. Let's go for 43
Let's
ounces of silver.
go, man. Let's go for a full ounce of gold.
I wish. I'll be
Let's
there
go for
soon.
a let's go for a full ounce of gold as far as like how much silver we're opening up here.
Yeah, almost. Shoot, it's almost enough to trade for an ounce of gold.
Shoot, man. Matt Wingate says, nice haul. How long have you been stacking?
10 months today is the end of 10 months 10. I started May 1st of last year.
10 months and almost at 400 ounces? Good Lord, man.
300.
Wait, say that again?
I was working a side job on weekends that paid 25 an hour cash money. So I did that for 3 months straight with my regular job before I moved into the apartment and started taking on a lot more regular expenses. So I dumped everything into precious metals. Kind of like paying, almost every available cent that wasn't, immediate expense, gas and food went into precious metals before I took on rent and utilities, because I was living off grid and we had solar panels and batteries, and we would fill our propane bottles once every couple months. All right, we got the box open and I had the seller included tube.
Oh, you got a tube?
It's not a full tube.
But you know how it is when the tube isn't full, then you're just telling you got to fill it up.
Yeah. But that's I ran out of capsules, and so that's one I think is going to help fill this one off with 10 buffaloes and generics, and then it's going to make its way into this tube, and then all of these will have another tube. So I think I might fill some tubes up. Finally, I might have like 3 full tubes at the end of this.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it, man, is you get you some tubes. I've seen some videos before. I forget who the Stacker channel was, where he was like, yeah, you start with tubes and you're tempted to fill them up. And that's true. I did that. I got a couple tubes of some things and I just couldn't help but want to fill it up.
Yeah. I started, buying everything one-off in capsules, like Perth Mint and other things. And then, some of those rounds that I bought capsules for them. But I've only purchased 10 capsules. So like I have a whole like 60 or 80 ounces that's in capsules, but most of them came that way, from the mint, like Perth Mint or whatever. So I think, I'm also going to complete my date run of Dragon Bar coins. There should be a 2024 in here too.
This is the way, my friend. This is the way. That's what happens. This is when you get going. It's just that now you see everything and okay, that's money that I could have spent on PMs,
And yeah, this guy packs well, but he's kind of frugal when it comes to bubble wrap and stuff. So like, I had him put it all in a tube, and then I guess he wrapped these up in paper towels. So what do we have here?
What? We got a Britain.
I don't even remember.
A maple?
Oh, SpongeBob.
Nice. SpongeBob. And it looks like it has that like reverse proof look on it. It's really nice.
Yeah. So, wow, I forgot that was in there. I know it's in the log somewhere that I picked up a SpongeBob. So that one will probably go back in the tube. Or if it doesn't find its way to a capsule. I have here Ascension Islands. That's interesting.
Man, that one's Shine Tea, bro. That's Shine Tea. Someone took care of these. Look at that. And that's that's a beauty.
St. George and the Dragon 2020.
Man, that one was well cared for. Man, that one's a beauty. Beat you for sure.
And this is one of the sellers. He's like a private guy. He doesn't have a business, but he sent me pictures of his sort of behind the scenes, and he's like, I got over 4,000 ounces. I'm always buying and selling, and so
nice, my man. Oh yeah, he's a hustler for sure.
Yeah, I bought a lot from him this last summer. And so this was one package. I told them hold everything until I ask you to ship it. You know, only to save $12 on shipping. I mean, so I
Mm-hmm.
built this one up over a couple
Look
months.
at that. More Dragon Bars. There you go. Perth Mint.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So there is our 2024 Dragon Bar.
Nice.
So yeah, well, now I think we've completed our date run 2018 to 2025.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. What's that?
Oh snap! I forgot about this one. Some frack. I think I got this one for like 14 or 15 bucks at the time. It's a 10 gram. Just it's got a Phoenix type of peacock. I don't know, Phoenix on it. Yep, duh. If I can read what's in front of me, it's a 10-gram Phoenix bar. It's got that waffle back pattern like the 1 grammers.
Got the half the face reveal there too. Got the top of your head.
Yep. I'll do that sometimes, and I'll pick up my hand and like do finger puppets with it because I see my hairline. Or I'll duck my head down like right behind my phone. But yeah, there it is. 10-gram bar, so that's gonna throw off the total a little bit. Odd weight. And oh, another 2022. Okay, so that was my mistake. I tried to buy a 20. I thought it was a 2024 or 3. I don't know. I bought the wrong year, so I ended up with another Perth Mint Dragon Bar that I already had. So I got two 2018s and two 2022s now, and three 2025s. So that's what now 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Perth Mint bars in this package. And let's get back into the tube because there's more at the bottom.
Yeah, let's go. Keep going. Keep her
All
going.
right.
Let's go.
So I think this is one of the last ones I bought on this order before it came in. This would be some trade silver. A 1909 S VDB penny, wheat penny from Golden State Mint. So I think I got this for 48 bucks, you know, right at spot at the time, early November, mid-November, probably Thanksgiving, I think. Spot broke 50, 55 around there. It was my birthday, so that's kind of why I remember, but I don't remember the exact date. And we got another ounce. Oh, another Mason Mint Buffalo. So there's one towards our
I like
10.
Mason Man. I used to have a whole tube of I forget what it was. It was the girl. I can't remember the name of what they call it. It was like the angel, something angel of the Mason Mint. Beauties, man. They make some beautiful stuff.
And so I got 3 of these buffaloes. Yeah, they do make some beautiful stuff. I really like their design. And then I picked up a maple for 49. I just didn't even know the year. He said he has maples for, you know, $1 more than the Lincoln penny. And so I said, all right, give me a maple too. And so I picked this one up for $49. I think it was $1 over spot at the time. Again, you know, those two were some of the last I picked
Man,
up.
I like how you stack, bro. You stack like if like a mystery box stacking. Like you're just like, oh, I got this box. I haven't opened it. I'll open it in 2 years, and
Uh,
you know what I mean.
oh,
That's dope, man.
yeah, I think I don't know if it's this exact coin, but it's or a different captain and ship, but it was Pirates of the Caribbean selling it at spot in one of my Facebook groups, and I was like, oh my god, I wish I could buy it right now, but I'm tapped until probably mid-March. But I got a new A 2021 Pirates of the Caribbean, the Black Pearl. We got Captain Jack Sparrow on the side, so I thought that was really cool. I also played music from the first movie, marching band, my freshman year of high school, and playing and moving at 184 beats per minute is pretty damn hard. Do 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 do
That's dope.
do do 1 2 do 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 do.
Attic Stacker
And
is in the
it's been pretty
house.
cool.
What's going on, buddy?
Attic Stacker, what's going on? We got a
What is
Missouri Bell
this?
Casino chip. Poker chip. Missouri Bell Casino poker chip from the show Ozark. So who was it that has the is it an Englehard poker chip or Silvertown poker chip that they keep in a tube with their other community chips? And so I thought about keeping this one in there with mine. It's not as cool as a Silvertown chip, but it's a poker chip. I think it's stackable too. It's kind of reeded on the edges. So I think that is the end of that tube. Yep, unfortunately. So where are we at now? We were at
Yeah.
32.
Yeah, I think with everything you got, you can fill up some of them tubes, man.
Yeah, we were at 32 plus 3 buffaloes is 35. We got
Mm-hmm.
2 dragon bars is 37. And then 3 more ounces here is 40. Did I get everything? Oh, plus the SpongeBob, Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, that's big. That's a big ounce. That's like as big as a eagle or something.
So we're at 42 ounces. Oh,
Okay, let me pick up everything that came here because they're different diameters. 1, 2, 3. Ascension Islands, St. George and the Dragon. 32. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 40 ounces, 43 ounces with the buffaloes, and then 10 grams.
43. So let's go 43 times the current Kitco bid spot price. We are up to 4,027 and 38 minus the 10 grammer. Dang, over 4K. I mean, we're getting there. We're almost at an ounce of gold, man. We're not that far away. I mean, of course, with some of these premiums, I think we'd be getting pretty close.
Yep.
Very
Especially if I
nice.
liquidated this on the secondary market and picked up gold close to spot to get some of that premium back on the silver.
Yeah, yeah.
But otherwise, that one shop I went to was at Premier Gold and Silver, I think, in Albuquerque. I think they
Mm-hmm.
did me well. It was 97% of spot on my silver for gold at spot. So it was
Wow.
only like a 3% loss. But when
Times
I sold
two.
them silver for cash to go buy gold at a different store, they paid me, cash a lot less. They gave me like
Mm-hmm.
82 when spot was 89.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm selling you silver so I can go buy a dos peso over here because you don't have a dos peso. But I was
Yeah.
tempted to just trade up for a quarter ounce of gold, and it would have cost
Mm-hmm.
me about 15 or 16 ounces. I think it was 53 or so was the ratio at the time
Yeah.
that I got.
Wow. Very nice, man. You got any more boxes out there hanging out?
No, that's it. That's all.
They're open.
Now
They're
I'm gonna
officially
have.
open.
Yep, I'm officially all opened and caught up. Now I'm gonna have to go back and showcase things in individual videos and be like, "This is what I got."
Yeah, man, this is how you do it. Yeah, so what I do again, of course, PMs for sale. Like I said, if I see something that I really like, then I'll be like, okay, I'll just buy it. I'll use, some of my cash reserves. That's just like savings, whatever, and then I'll go immediately start to liquidate some silver. I'll make some sales because we have PMs for sales and then our coin sales. And so I'll liquidate enough to cover the cost so that I can put my savings back or whatever. But I only do that when the GSR is doing well or when I've come up or whatever. So at this point, everything you see here, this is all, silver. A lot of this was silver in the last 8 to 10 months or so.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was a pretty good move. I don't regret the move that I made. I just kind of wonder if I should have traded more silver because it was 2 weeks out. I mean, if I could have done it again the week after, I
Mm-hmm.
would have done it. But then it was right. I did it January 15th. So, 2 weeks later was when silver crashed and,
Mm-hmm.
GSR spiked up into the 60s again.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna get a chance again. It's gonna happen again soon. In the next, I think by sometime March, we're gonna get to, and then for sure by the end of the year. But you know how it is. Once it spikes up, then they find a way to bring it on back down. And so, what I do is I'm just ready. Like I just stay ready. Like you know what I mean at any given moment. And so I think it's gonna happen soon, probably in the next week or two. Where you can liquidate some silver at a really really good profit margin, and then put that towards gold. And I think hopefully the GSR gets a lot closer to 50.
Yeah, I would be happy with the GSR below 55 and maybe try to trade for another tenth or a quarter, maybe if I get more generics. I
Mm-hmm.
see OC Omega Stacking was talking about, come on, no more mail call unboxing review videos. And there was one thing I did hear because there was one time I opened a box of silver off a video, so I made
Mm-hmm.
a little sign, cue dramatic reenactment with a O face.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was when I got the koala instead of the kookaburras because I opened it up right away. Like you said, there's something felt off with that package,
Yep.
and so, um,
Yep. Gen X Silver Stacker. Yep. Gold is the end game. Yeah, for me, for sure, it's always been the end game is to get to the point to where I've been able to preserve some solid wealth and make some, I wasn't so much into it for the profit, honestly. It was just really that wealth preservation piece. But, precious metals just skyrocketed. And so, there's a lot going on today. I don't know if y'all noticed, but the last few days, there's a lot going on out in the geopolitics. It's going to continue to, uh, um, impact and influence, the costs and the prices. So that's the stuff that I keep an eye on just to kind of see, and that'll kind of dictate where things are going. So I definitely see, at least in the next 2 weeks, we're going to hit 100, and then who knows where it goes from there.
yeah, I'm really curious where it's gonna go. Like, I'm excited for the price to go up a little just because the value's going higher, but at the same time, that double-edged sword is like acquiring more is gonna be expensive. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so once I get through February and March, and I'll get caught up on more of these pre-orders. I'll have my another 1/10 of gold paid off. Um, and then with some of this copper I have coming in, like I don't really want to step on blue collar's toes at all. And I wasn't complaining about his prices when I was trying to ask him how much they were for. I was just kind of curious, like, since I got a whole tube of these, if I could sell these for $5 or $6 on on tier metals or something. And it
Mm-hmm.
might even push business to him because his prices would be lower than mine. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd have to at least get back what I paid for these, which is about that full retail cost.
Mm-hmm.
About $4 or so each copper round. And
Did
I
I
got
see
that as
Stardust?
a tube deal. Hey, Stardust Metals, how's it
What's
going?
up, buddy? Yeah, Addict Stacker says, guys, the war. Yes, Kaliilo, I think Sunday evening is going to rise. Well, so let's, and this is your show, buddy, but it's just so interesting how uh they decided to make the official announcements once the markets were closed. Obviously that's super strategic because we already know they knew that announcement was going to create so much havoc and volatility that they were like, oh, we better do this when the markets are closed. So
Yeah.
you know
Yeah, not just with, I mean, at first I was thinking, of course, we're referring to PMs, but then, as well as oil and other commodities too. I mean, this, conflict is going to tighten, countries are going to want to tighten their own domestic supply.
mm-hmm. Yep. I knew it, man. It was so interesting. So interesting. The news was so crazy. The news was just all about the whole Epstein and these nonsense. I know that that's all a distraction. I don't care. And I don't pay attention to any of that nonsense. I'm not that stupid. But I immediately, once I saw every news channel talking about the stupid files and Clintons and all that nonsense, I'm like, something's happening. Something is literally happening. And then once we saw gold make that shoot up when it went up over 90, I'm like, wait a second, something just happened. I always look at the markets and I'm like, and I'm working, right? I'm working. I just have, tabs up and I saw the markets move just sharply. And I'm like, holy crap, something just happened. And then all the news is like, oh, Epstein and all the Clinton nonsense. And so I went on my other sources that are fringe sources that's the only way I can get real news. And sure enough, it's all about Iran and then the battleships. And I'm like, holy smokes, I'm like, this is going to affect the metals markets for sure. So anyways.
Oh yeah, I just finished the Saturday morning chill, and then I see like I heard that we struck Iran last night. When I was
Yep.
looking for the video this morning, but I didn't. I was like, okay, that's I'll catch up on that in a bit. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'd seen that I guess that they hit some of our military bases in some the neighboring territories, and I was like, oh shit, snap.
Mm-hmm. Stardust. I saw those missiles. Only thing I could think of is all that silver that's in them. Yeah. That's funny. What are they saying? Like a kilo and a tomahawk or something, or supposedly 500 ounces?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, man.
Is that all
Yeah,
just
they
for like
do.
the electronics and soldering connections, or is I wouldn't think
No
it would
idea.
be chemically like any sort of like reaction, like they use uranium and whatnot, or any sort of
Yeah, no idea. It would have to be, in my opinion, the components used for like the honing and the controlling and all of that stuff. I mean
the
that's way over my
motor.
head, but
Yeah, so many controls. I mean, the self-locating, the reporting, the radar, the tail fin motors, everything.
hmm.
Every electronic component for a guided missile system, self-contained.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just it's interesting. Like I like to pay attention to these things. It's just I don't get I'm super wakened. I'm super red pilled and awakened from the matrix, so they can't fool me when they try to distract us with a bunch of nonsense. Like the moment I see 3, 4 different channels all talking about the same thing, that immediately tells me they're trying to distract us from something. And then I'm like, okay, let me go to my real sources and see what's going on in the world. The last time they did that, there was stuff going on in Israel and Palestine, and then what was the other thing? Russia, Ukraine. Like anytime they want to distract us, they, because some kind of shenanigans.
Yeah.
Crazy times. Well, man, that was an awesome unboxing. I hope that the chat had fun seeing all that cheddar, all that silver, the white queso, or is that platinum? I forget.
I'm not sure. I think the white cake. I don't know. Could they
The
both
white
be?
queso, the white queso. Yeah, they could be
Well,
both silver.
there's provolone. There's Swiss. There's pepper jack. There's different types of white queso.
Yep. Man, that FG pour, holy! It's like a rite of passage if you're a content creator in the metals space, man. You got to have an FG pour.
Yeah.
And so I think I mentioned it earlier that so I decided what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to get the series of all 4 Ninja Turtles, and then I'm gonna definitely try to end it with Splinter. So, as you know, I don't have any silver to trade, so I'm gonna figure out how to score some really cheap generic silver so that I can send it on to FG at some point. So one of my goals before 2026 is over is to get the next Ninja Turtle. So hopefully, trying to decide it's between Michelangelo or Leonardo, and I'm leaning towards Leonardo.
I probably would have said the same thing, Leo.
Leo, yeah, Leo, because he looks cool. Got to have both swords in the picture. So I got to find and for me, my goal is it has to be the '90s Ninja Turtles. So any kind of cool picture from that '90s movie, that gritty, dark.
Mhm. Yeah, I love the OG Ninja Turtles. I remember when the new ones came out, like what, 15 years ago, or that Michael Bay directed. I was
Oh
trying to
yeah,
show a friend of mine's son the original ones, and he was like, "What?" He was kind of like not that impressed with it compared to the CGI, and telling me they look like stuffed animals. And then I was like, "Okay, hold on, give me a couple minutes." And I fast forwarded it to the fight scenes, and then he was glued to the computer, like, "What? That's cool."
yeah,
Like,
because
yeah,
it's real live. It's like no cheap CGI, no cheap parlor tricks. Like they actually had to do this all in person with the puppeteers, that Jim Henson stuff, whatever.
oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Addict Stacker says, Kaliilo, do you have any of the action figures? I don't. I did when I was younger, and then they, disappeared over time. And I've since looked for the original ones from like the '90s. Man, they're not only hard to find, but finding them in good quality, they're really expensive.
I bet, man. And I remember, I mean, I was just a kid, but one of my aunt's friends or whatever was getting rid of all their Ninja Turtle toys and had like a black trash bag full of all of them, and it had like the garbage truck that would like shoot pizza discs out the side, and like the
Yeah. That's the stuff. That's the stuff that I
oh,
used to have, man.
and I was like,
Chesapeake
oh,
Bay Brian is with us.
yo, Chesapeake Bay, Brian.
Yeah, '90s. I think '90s were the best. The '90s Ninja Turtles, and then the movie, the old school gritty. And you know what's crazy is that they attempted. So the Ninja Turtles 2, right? The whole Secret of the Use. It wasn't supposed to actually be like that. The original writer or director from the first one, was kind of pushed out, and I think what was the statistic that they didn't even use hardly their weapons in number 2, like pretty much at all. They used like a bunch of toys, and because they were trying to like make it more kid friendly. And of course, everyone was pissed. I mean, I'm still pissed because I'm like, yo, that original, like, I like that dark, gritty, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. And then too, I always thought it was great when the guys looking for how to deliver the pizza, and they're yelling down to the sewer grate, like, "Hey, man, down here, we want to give you so
Yeah,
much." And he's like,
yeah.
"Oh, Confucius say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late
For
pizza."
late pizza. Attic stacker life in the 90s, man. I miss it. Yeah, same here, man. 90s was the best time, bro. Like we actually talked to each other. We went outside, like we'd go to each other's houses and like just, talk in person. Earlier, right before the stream, I was out with my wife, doing some shopping, and I was just observing the people, man, and that's it, man. Everybody just walks around with the phone in their face, man. Like, people just don't talk to each other. People don't make eye contact. Like, I seriously cannot respect a man who cannot shake my hand with a firm grip and look me in the eyes. I just cannot respect him. I can't.
Hmm. If I feel that from somebody, I'll reciprocate it. But like when I'm walking
Mm-hmm.
around, I'm not on my phone, but I'm usually like halfway between level and looking at the ground. Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm probably kind of too passive that I don't make eye contact a lot with strangers when I'm out in public. I just kind of
Mm-hmm.
like go through and mind my own, kind of like an NPC, just kind of like zoned out into what I'm doing. And I could
Yeah,
be
man.
more.
Nothing annoys me more than one of those limp handshakes, man, or someone that can't look you in the eye. I'm just like, come on,
Mhm.
man up. Like, let's go.
Yeah,
You
talking
know.
to somebody and engage in conversation, I'll look them in the eye, and if somebody gives me a firm handshake, then I'll reciprocate that firmness back.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Mm-hmm.
if somebody just gives me a limp handshake, I kind of just reciprocate that
Ugh.
level.
No,
Uh,
I yell at people, man. I had a coworker of mine do that nonsense to me. So we're getting together for this work function. He comes up to me, gives me the limp handshake, and I look at him. I'm like, bro, you're a Mexican. Come on, give me a real handshake, dude. Let's do that again. And he did it right, and he looked me right in the eyes. I'm like, come on, man. He started cracking up. I was just messing with him, but I'm like, dude, come on now. Shoot.
yeah, at least he gave him the chance to do it again. I would be happy at that. I'd be like, all right, here we go.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that is gorgeous, dude. That's the ruthenium.
Yeah, ruthenium and black platinum.
Man, that's beautiful. Holy man, you got some nice stuff, man. Nice
I should use both hands. I kind of
beauties.
set the box down and rotate it with one hand.
Are you willing to open that up out the capsule so we can see some of that marbling?
Yeah, let me get some gloves here. I debated whether or not I should put on gloves for this, just because I know that the seller was going to send a lot of the silver in flips. Like, he offered to add capsules for $1 each, which would be, even my cost off of eBay. But I didn't include them. But I know I'm going to have to take some measurements in order.
Yeah, Silver Stallion says, but real talk, where I come from, the first person that people try to go after as prey are the ones that are looking down or unaware of the surroundings. Yeah, same here. Like, I don't know. I just grew up doing like, martial arts and boxing, and, any man should always be aware of his surroundings. And I'm always scanning, especially if I'm out in the public, and especially if
Mhm.
I'm carrying, I definitely always look at my surroundings because, man, you just never know in these days.
Yeah. I'll generally be aware, and I'm definitely, open to alertness, and I'm not walking around with my headphones on, but I'm not as observant and situationally aware as I could be. You know, if something wasn't super obvious 30 feet from me, I might not notice it, but if it's right in front of me, or it's just, if something was in my peripheral vision down the aisle, I wouldn't necessarily notice if it wasn't obvious or loud. Um, but at the same time, I wouldn't be so zoned out that I wouldn't notice if like somebody shouted or a door slammed or an item dropped and hit the floor. It's like, somebody drops a can because they got their arm jerked and they're trying to get, kidnapped or something, out the door, and they're being hushed or something. Um, but still,
There was
there
one
are those
time
threats from a
when I was
distance.
in Yeah, there was one time I was in Manila when I was walking, and I was alone, just walking down the street in Manila, and of course, I'm pretty, I'm a big dude. I'm pretty tall. And so I was just like walking around and I wasn't worried about it, but I felt something and I was looking around and all of a sudden this dude comes up right in my face and I immediately palm struck him right in the chest. And I was trying to hurt him and I wasn't trying to like create a scene or get arrested, but I was just like, dude, what? And he was like, just trying to hit me up for whatever he was selling or whatever. But it was just so funny. I palm struck him with my left hand. It was just so instinctive, man. I didn't even think about it. It was so funny. Like he didn't
Nice.
fall to the ground or anything. They just pushed him back, and I'm just like, dude. And he kind of like, whoa. He just walked away. I was like, yo,
Yep, you gotta, that's one thing, I, when I was more into the pew pews a couple years ago, I would definitely be more alert and aware, and I tell people,
mm-hmm.
don't let anything within arm's distance of you,
Yep,
because if they can
that's
grab
right.
you, if they can touch you, they can, you might not always go down or be, succumb to that, but it's a big disadvantage.
That's right. Yep. TFT says you created distance. Yep, that's like the first rule of any kind of, self defense is just create distance. You ain't gotta get all crazy. You ain't gotta make a show. Just,
Yeah,
man, that's so
absolutely.
gorgeous, bro. Holy, that's so nice, dude. You got some nice stuff, man. You got some really nice stuff.
So yeah, I'm really happy about these ones. Yeah, I think they're really nice too. I'm happy, you've got that silver ring one. I thought these ones would have a similar, but it looks like they're coated on the edge too, or at least this one
Yeah,
would be
I
silver on
like
the
I like
outside.
that contrast, man. Like in like the way that I just like things, that contrast is for me 10 out of 10. I love that, like that dark and then just the shiny. Like for my taste, if the angel could be just a tad bit shinier, like almost reverse proof style, that would hit it. But I still
Yeah,
really like how that looks. That's
yeah.
beautiful.
If she were shiny like those 2008s I had, ooh, those were shiny.
Oh yeah, those 2008s that had all that luster on them the other day. Heck yeah, man.
They're right here. With the eagles. So some of these coins might end
Nice.
up in here with these eagles, because I think that SpongeBob, and there's another Perth mint that's and you can even tell by the edge. There's
Mm-hmm.
these two
Mm-hmm.
right here that they're just a little bit
Beauties.
more
Like they
shiny.
had just what did Dub C call that sometimes? Is sometimes when they use a new dye, they almost get that like proof like potential, proof like designation or whatever. But those are beauties, man. I love that.
Yeah,
Walter Thibodeau's asking, do you have a Sigma Serpents?
I do not have a Sigma.
Probably gonna need to get one soon because
Yeah,
you're major stacking now, man.
yeah. And wait, let me think. One, two. Okay, there was FG isn't one, but Silver Linings. The other one I did the other day with those. No, it was Jim. That was Eric Turner. He's Boot Hill Bullion. He's one I was buying from. And there's Jim at Arizona Silver Exchange. Um, yeah, those are probably the four that I've purchased the most from dollar wise, as well as regularly, as well as then prior deals with in the past. That like Jim has a coin shop, the kangaroos he sent me. I've done everything but Sigma verify them. But when I did my gold to silver trade, they Sigma verified, they weighed them and everything. But the kangaroo, which A is it? It is the first A in
Oh,
kangaroo.
is that the
It has
Milky?
Yeah, these are the milky ones. I got just 5 left out of the 20 I used to have.
Mm-hmm.
I sent some to FG, but the first A in kangaroo has a micro engraved P, I think, in it. And sometimes,
Nice.
and so that's one of the security features aside from the grooves and the lines, and the radial feature. But Perth Mint on the top of the A, there's a micro stamped P for Perth Mint. That's one of their security features that you can verify with just a magnifying glass or by zooming in with a camera. And every one of these had them. Some had toning. That's how we say the milk is a security feature. With the maples and the roos and Britannias. Um, this one's got a little bit of edge toning on it. and they Sigma verified them. You know, when I did my gold to silver trade, I did dimensions and ping test, the micro stamping, security features, etc. Um, Same thing with the one guy who sent me the 11 ounces. And then with the big mega box is Sean Johnston at Silver Linings Enterprises. And you know, he sells not just to me but all over Facebook. I don't know if he does Whatnot or eBay, but you know, he's, you know, always taking orders. These are, you know, from Intaglio Mint. Probably
Oh, OC wants to see them seven deadly sins back to back, all seven of them.
all right. Okay, which one do we start with? I guess we'll work
Grab
right
them
to
all.
left.
Let's go.
So here we have Envy. There is Envy. Here is the Sloth. A man with the hourglass and a time in the clock in the background. My bad. I'm misspeaking. This is Gluttony. The open mouth feasting at a table. With the tongue hanging out. We have Wrath, a fiery fist in front of a star with a skull on the wrist. And then we have Pride, is a woman observing herself in the mirror with a sort of half decayed face.
And that's Intaglio Mint, right?
Yeah, these are Intaglio Mint.
Yeah, Addict
It's
Stack, you wanted to
hard
know.
to tell in with all of the field, but it says it down here at the bottom, Intaglio Mint, and then it's got the 3 nines fine silver and then 7 deadly sins at the top. With the skull with the crown and then the 7 sort of
Those are just well made, like just so well made. Very nice.
yeah. And then
They're
the
nice and
last
shiny
one,
too. With all that
oh no,
detail.
we have 2
Are,
more.
are those reeded? I forget.
Yeah, these are reeded.
Nice. Yeah, I like when they're reeded. I prefer when it's reeded. I don't know why they
Okay.
do that to the Perth Mint dragons. How they're just kind of like, I think I saw in Silver Dragon's video when he went to the Perth Mint, because they have to the type of strike it is that they have to like cut it out or something like that is what I
Yeah.
understood.
So the Perth Mint, their bars are smooth edge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I prefer the reeded though. I don't know why. Something about it,
Yeah. There are very few coins I have that are smooth edge. I mean, the Mexican are some, but there are a couple of bullion 3 nines fine that have that smooth edge. I have some Philharmonics and then the Jurassic Park Fiji coins that are smooth edge. And we have Greed with a handful of coins and the snakes kind of around the wrists, pointy fingernails, and one kind of, I don't know if that speaks to us stackers a little bit, maybe me with this box, but you know, this is all purchased little by little and then delivered all at once. So that was kind of a big, leap of trust. But I've purchased from this seller before: kookaburras, my Libertads, other items I had purchased and had delivered right away that were all legitimate and fair. So after doing a couple of transactions like that, eventually I just had him kind of hold on to everything. And then the last one that I have here is Lust. The woman eating the apple and the snakes slithering around and biting at her chest there. And they all have the same reverse. Intaglio Mint, 3 nines fine, 7 deadly sins. Probably should have gone big screen for that. So yeah, we'll work backwards now. Lust.
I mean, pull that one back up. The what was that? Lust.
Yeah.
I mean, if I remember correctly, doesn't Germania make something very similar? Because they're competing with Germania Mint.
I think so. I've seen on the SD Bullion that they have their own 7 deadly sins set,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure what mint makes those. But they are kind of similar but different.
Yeah, it's giving me Germania Mint vibes, and I mean, I'm sure you didn't have to pay Germania Mint premiums.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Probably a little close to it because it's intaglio, but at least home based. I think Germania mints in Poland, aren't they? I'm not sure, but I know they're overseas. Of Pride, the Wrath.
Yeah, I just Googled it. Germanium Mint located in Poland,
Oh,
specifically in Helenia Gora.
Gluttony.
Mm-hmm. Wojska Polskiego Avenue in Helenia Gora, Poland.
Envy is the last one. It's kind of like half lizard man, half human. Kind of looking. Right over there, you can kind of see it in the glare intaglio man at the bottom. It's a little hard to distinguish from the field, but it is there. Intaglio mint.
Loving it, man. Loving it.
Yeah. Did you ever come to a decision on that tube of Libertad's? Were you gonna crack that open or keep it sealed?
Well, I mean, no time like the present, right? Let me grab it real quick.
If you want to, I mean, no pressure. I understand. Like, I would kind of be tempted to keep that sealed. Let me see if I can make you big. There we go. Make you big screen. I accidentally made my whole computer big screen. Oh. And UOC Omega. Yeah, I thought those were really cool. I was really happy to pick those up.
Let's see. Let me see if I can do this without making a complete mess of my desk here. Let's get that. Y'all can see that okay?
Yeah, I can see it. I was asking. Sorry, scrolling back up, can't answer the fun chat. The Silver Shield does do good work, TFT. I have like 5 or 6 of their rounds I picked up near spot from on the secondhand market.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
I haven't purchased them directly from Golden State Mint because of the premium.
And I was sitting here talking about Germania Mint, and I got this little guy here, Germania Mint. These Lokis. This is Loki, and then I got Odin. I'm still waiting for my 10 ouncer to get in. Should get it by Monday, according to the mail.
Nice.
Alrighty, let's see. So let's get.
I have a little bit of Germania.
Alrighty. Well, this is a fresh tube, so I bought this back in, when I started the beginning of my stacking journey. So I want to say 2020, 2021, and I got it sealed. So let's have fun with this. Shoot, like I said, put up or shut up. I try to be a man of my word as much as possible. Let's see if I can do this. Let me make a little bit more room here. Get that out the way. Boom, boom, boom. All righty, let's go. Let me put this over here. I kind of use this as a polish so that I can keep. All right, here we go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Oh, nice and crisp. Nice and crisp. Oh, yeah, this is me making the first slice into this since they tubed this in probably 1983. Shoot. How's the chat? How's the chat feeling over there? Addict Stacker says, okay, guys, gonna go get some rest. Need to make OT in the AM to fund the future stack. Yes, exactly. Good chatting with you. Nice stack against Surface Kaliilo. Yep. Good to see you, buddy. All right. Who's ready? Too bad we don't have like music we can put.
I know I should have. Well, I don't know. I got my phone for this. I got the computer over here. I do have a wireless speaker, but I don't know how I will.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Dun, dun,
Who's
dun.
ready? This
Boom,
hasn't been open
boom.
since 1983. Since I was born. Here we go. We get to be the first ones together. Whoa. Look at that luster.
Wow.
Whoa, guys. Holy shnikes. Y'all can see that pinwheel? Is that pretty good?
Yeah.
Damn. I kind of don't even want to touch them with my hands. All right, let me see if I can do this without using my hands, y'all, because I put my paws over all. Yeah, look at that. And the thing with some of these older ones, there's a lot of double dyes in some of these. All right, let me just try to go like this. There we go. Did I get that? Oh, I did that in one shot. Look at that.
Nice.
Holy schmoly. Look at that edge lettering, y'all. That has been untouched. There's not any toning. Wow, this tube is immaculate. This has been really, really well preserved. Look at that. I wish y'all can see what I see with the naked eye. A lot of these they came in rolls. So, Blanchard, however they received them, they tubed them, and this one has been sealed since. It's, with the original tape and everything. Look at that. You could even tell it's the original tape. There's not like extra tape on it. It's that original tape. So anyways, yeah, look at that. Zero toning, y'all. Zero toning. Wow. All right. All right, y'all. Where should I go? Middle, side? I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna do my best not to touch these. Y'all, what's the chat say? One for the left and two for the right. Give me a one or a two. If I go one, I'll get something from this side. Two, I'll get something from this side. 1, 1, 1. We got a 2. 1 and a 2. Got a 1.
1, a 2, and a 1 so far.
All right. Okay. Let's get a few more. Y'all. Oh, we got 3 1s. Okay. Okay. Everybody wants to see this one. That was at the bottom. All right. We got another one. Okay. One more time. One more just for funsies. We need one more number. 1 or a 2. 1 or a 2.
Yeah. Gen X Silver Stacker says 1.
Okay, there it is. Okay, it's this one, the bottom of the tube. Oh my gosh, I don't want to use my hands. I almost wonder if I should just go grab a cooking glove or something.
If you want to, real quick, I got
yeah.
my Mania one.
Yeah, let me go to my kitchen because I do have latex gloves for cooking. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, so you're talking about the Germanium Mint. Oh wow, it's toning. The Allegories series. I picked up 2 of the Allegories, and the other ones, I don't know if they have a name or not. Or it's just this single woman with the eagle in the background. But here, I have a Allegories, and they're all different years. This is a 2019. This is my oldest one. And it's starting to tone a little bit. The camera doesn't quite show it. Maybe if I put it next to a blast white, you can see I have a toning ever so slight around the rim or edge. As the capsule has a little chip out the side. I'm not sure if these are original or not. We have a rim on one side and then a dome, so they scratch and scuff right in the middle. I don't really like these capsules, so I'll probably redo them, get new ones. And here is a 2020 Allegories. And I have the COAs for some of these. Oh, I think 3
I am back.
All right.
What you got there, buddy?
I was just showing my Germania Allegories.
Yeah, man. See, they're such beauties, the stuff that they make.
Yeah, and so I have a 2019 here that's starting to tone just a little bit because the capsule, I think it's got a chip in it, so it's letting some air in. 2020 And then the other ones I have are the 2021 and 2022, the single Germania.
Nice.
And so I picked these up for about spot price, but these are the only ones I've been able to find at a good premium. I think I was bidding on another backdate allegories, and I let it go at like a $10 or $12 premium. I let the other guy take over and just, win that auction. And he was like, I commend you, sir. I'll let you win the next one. And there never was a next one. So, let
Yeah.
me throw in green. Oh, wait. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see. See if I can do this without making a big old mess again. Got that last one. Whoa, look at that frostiness. Look at that frostiness, y'all. Holy pinwheel. Look at that. I mean, look at that, y'all. Look at that edge lettering. 0 tone there. Wow. Check that out.
Wow.
Damn.
That is a beauty.
Yeah, I was holding on to this. I was like, this is going to be like my, well, it is, it's ultra deep stack. Like if I ever needed to come up with some money or whatever, I had this. This is my last seal tube. All my other seal tubes, I sold them or traded them for 50 pesos gold. Man, look at that. Look at that cartwheel. Sheesh. Damn. Yeah, tell me, yeah, this has been super sealed for 42 plus years or 42 years, 41, 42 years. Yeah. Sheesh. Wow. So let's take a look at a couple others. Oh, look at that. That one's like upside down there. That's cool. Yeah, that's the thing with some of these is that they can sometimes come out like double die. Oh, look at that. A little bit of toning on that one. Look at that.
Wow.
But for the most part, these are just really, really well preserved. The edge on these is just really shiny because usually that's the first thing that tones on these is that side lettering.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, look at that. Holy schmoly. Out of a fresh tube. Whew. This is exciting. I mean, let's see. I wish I had one of those magnifying things that Dragoons has, so you can see if there's any double dies in here.
Oh, like a digital microscope type of deal?
Mm-hmm. Damn. Beautiful. Look at that edge. That edge is clean. Look at that. Whew. What's the chat saying? How's the chat feeling? Wow. America likes them thick double chin women. Mexico knows what a sexy lady looks like.
Yeah.
Fresh smell of Mexico. I'm not gonna lie. When I opened it, there was a smell that came out of it. Like it was sealed, y'all. This was like sealed, like a certain kind of like vintage like smell. Like old tube smell is what it smelled like when I opened it.
How you got me smelling my silver over here behind the scenes.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, I'm a cook, so I have like a really, really like deep sense of smell. And when I was first getting into silver stacking, I remember reading something about how it has a distinctive smell, like not a metallic. It's like a sweet smell, and I'm like, what? And I told her, started smelling gold and silver, and I was like, yeah, it's true. So look how this has like a little. It's like indented inward. I don't know if y'all can see that, but you know how ASEs has kind of like a dome. It's like kind of domed in the field. This is like indented inward. It's really interesting. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's like the opposite of of American Silver Eagle. Very cool.
Now, there they are. You mean like the edge of the rim where it meets the field, or where it meets the reeds? The
Yeah,
lettering.
like yeah. Usually here, like on an ASC, it's kind of like it's like domed. This is like indented like inward.
Oh, like concave, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. This is so cool, y'all. Wow, we got to do this together, y'all. Seriously, this is like I was just waiting for the special moment to open this tube up and just see what popped out, you know? Look at that frosty clean one. Look at that one.
Wow.
Yeah, the camera doesn't do it justice. Like it almost looks like a little frosted on the camera, but to the naked eye, it just looks really like matte, like a shiny matte or a shiny matte, whatever. Damn, look at that. Look at that, guys. Holy. That is nice. Let's grab one more. Sheesh.
We guys want curious if you might send any in for grading.
I've never done that, honestly. I've never done it. I don't even know what the process is. The only process I would know is to send the whole tube to Dub C. Hey, like, Dub C, grade my coins for me, man.
Yeah, if he could pick out a couple of them to send to PCGS for grading, if he has an account already set up, then you just pay the additional grading fee versus, your own account and then getting that set up.
Yeah.
I've only got, I think, 2 graded coins. One's a reverse proof maple, and then the other's one I picked up was a PF70
Whoa.
state quarter.
Look at the right here, the like the what is that? Like the dress?
Yeah.
That dress is like extra shiny right there. Dang, this is awesome, y'all. Like, I'm having a good time just looking at these. Look at those, man. Like the middle, just getting out the middle section. If anybody happens to see like a double die, point it out to me. I don't know what that looks like. Whew, look at this one. If there was one I'd send, it would probably be this one right here. Like, to the naked eye, it just looks clean. Look at that, y'all. See that cartwheel? Holy. Catcom says 35 per coin. Oh, heck no. I got rid of them. They are cool. I wish I hadn't got rid of them. I have a few of the 5-ounce libs. Don't get to see that too often. We appreciate it. Yeah, you got it, buddy. I'm glad. Yeah, we can all have a good time together.
There was one. I don't know. This one guy.
Look at that.
No, the one I did on your live stream on Wednesday. He had a 5-ounce. I think it might have been just MS69 5-ounce Libertad. At one point, he was trying to auction it, and that spot was maybe like $40, and he was only trying to get $230 at the time. I didn't quite have the money to get it, and then right around November, I'd seen somebody starting one at spot price, 5 ounces for $250, and it sold for like $251 or $255. And I was right in between paychecks and was like, no.
All right. Oh, look at that one. It's the second one in the tube.
Wow.
Man, I just expected these because a lot of these, like I said, if you have rolls, because I've said in my lifetime I've had 3 of the Banco rolls, the paper ones, Every single one, the letter edge had a bunch of toning on it. And you know, it has that rainbow toning. There's like that end tone or whatever, but they're
Yeah.
just not that appealing when there's a bunch of edge toning. None of these have it. There's that one that I had earlier that has that little bit on the edge over there, but none of these have any of that edge toning. Look at that, clean.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah. So here's that number one. Yeah, this one has slight toning, slight, but not like. Yeah, this is the only one that has some of it on it. Yeah, but the rest of them are nice and clean. Look at that. Wow, that's amazing. Well, we got to enjoy it together, y'all. Had to go
Yeah.
bust out the glove just to, to touch these.
Yeah, me too with those platinum ruthenium libs, which I wonder if I should pull out that Aztec here. I still got the gloves in my lap. I could slip them on real quick.
Mm-hmm. Bust out the latex.
I think these ones, well, I don't know. I just know that. Right through where, and we are right here. This one, okay, it does have a little spot. And this one doesn't say if it's gold. There's two of them I have that specify gold and coloring, but they just say yellow gold, and I wonder if it's 10 karat or what the purity is. Which I'm in my novice brain, I think of yellow gold as 10 karat, yellow. Then you have 14, 10 karat yellow or white gold, and then you have 14 Ks yellow, 18 karat rose, and then 22 or 14 karat yellow or gold. Yellow or rose gold, and then 18 after that. But that definitely.
So, Silver Stallion says, appreciate you boys busting together. At Kaliilo, no glove, no love. Glad y'all did it safe. Yup. You gotta, wrap it up. Wrap the Jimmy hat.
Yeah. Some of the other ones I handled, without the glove, but only by the edge, but it's still very solid. But especially these colored Libertads, I'm like, I don't want to tarnish them.
Man, I love that one right there, man. That gold accent is just killer, especially that color. I don't know if that's like a bronze or brown, but I love that color of the calendar.
It is kind of like a brownish color, tan kind of stone-like color and texture. So, but yeah, it goes well with the gold. It's
Yeah,
almost
once once you go brown, they always come around.
Did I get that? No, it's a little bit wrong way. I can't get it. Because I know the angel sits just off center. Usually try to put them back in. All right. Awesome. Oh, well, what was the count again? 40 ounces, was it?
Weren't we at 43? Or let me see. Let me pull up my calculator.
I forget.
43. Yeah, we were at 43 according to the calculator.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, just
And these are
over
all
3,900 worth of precious metals or silver.
Yeah.
Silver Stallion says, once you go brown, your family grows 2x to 3x. True that, buddy. True that. Catcom says he's still waiting for his rhodium coin. Nice. That's cool, man. That's shiny too. I like when it's nice and shiny.
This one's kind of frosty shiny. Like it's not totally proof. I mean, it's proof, but it's not smooth. It's like a smoked glass or something, kind of.
Yeah. Yep. It gives it a nice little character look to it,
Mm-hmm.
And then it's got the dice on it. That's cool.
Yeah. Have you seen the TV show Ozark?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. Then it's the Missouri Belle from that show.
Love it.
Which ones have I gone through? Oh, the Buffaloes. And we picked up a St. George and the Dragon. Somebody mentioned.
Man, that is killer.
About I don't know if it was Ascension Island like this one, or if there was a different year with a woman slaying a dragon. But I don't know if this one's Saint George and the Dragon.
TFT says Asian AI guy will have some awesome fake updates from all the Iran stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to Rumble. That's one of my sources. I go to Rumble for a lot of stuff because pretty much Rumble is like the wild wild west of social media, or like you. It's like the Florida of YouTube's.
Yeah. I have
Say
Rumble
whatever the
down,
heck you want.
but I haven't explored it too much, and that's because of the censorship around pew pews on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um,
Yep. Yeah. Rumble.
even
Everything
though
goes, man.
everything's completely legal and constitutionally protected, both freedom of speech, the press, and the right to keep and bear arms,
Mm-hmm.
they're all we will want to host that content because of blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Bullying and all that nonsense. Yeah. No. Rumble. And then there's some really smart people, and actually some big names are out there. Like they'll put stuff that they know they can't say. They'll go stick it on Rumble, and
Hmm.
then yeah, I like to go over there to get some of my news sources, and then I go through a few other sources. But yeah, I like to know what's going on in the world, and not
Yeah.
be ignorant to the nonsense they try to feed us.
Somebody I used to watch a lot, especially during and after the cough, was Russell Brand, and he had talked about how there were
Yeah.
things that he would want to discuss regarding the Big Brother government, or
Mm-hmm.
um,
Oh,
what would be the
TFT's.
word? Candid recordings, maybe, of either meetings or something, of people slipping about their policy or intentions, or you know
Mm-hmm.
they kind of let the curtain fall a little bit, and he trying to bring people's attention to it, like uh local jurisdictions buying armored personnel carrier with COVID funds designed for public
Mm-hmm.
safety. And it's like, why are they gearing up with anti-riot gear and armored personnel carriers,
Mm-hmm.
during a pandemic? How is this for public safety? Unless like they're trying to keep themselves safe from you, the public.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. TFT says I'm 41 and still too young for Rumble or Reddit. Those places get nuts. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I only touch Reddit for precious metals for sale. That's it, for PMs for sale. And and then Reddit is I usually only, or Rumble, I only go over there for my news. I'm not one of those, like, even before doing content, I wasn't out there, man, at all. Like, I refused to subscribe. I was just very big on trying to keep my privacy because I'm still very very private.
Yeah. And like I used to be too. I would, I would comment and talk about it. I think there's three people I would talk to about the precious metals, but they're probably, in the generation before me, Gen X,
Mm-hmm.
and closer to, mid 50s or 60s. So, they thought it was something cool. Oh, that's cool. You're into this or that. You have the coolest coins, but they were, I'm not going and talking with all of my friends about, you know, uh, just, I'm kind of like antisocial too, and I have a small circle. But let me see here. I wonder how this will work out.
Walter Thibodeau, time for dinner, fellas. Have a blessed night. You too, buddy. Take it easy.
I don't have a tube of silver Libertads, but we got these copper ones.
Nice.
So figured I might send these out in a couple of mail calls, or maybe try to flip a couple. I'm not too
Mm-hmm.
sure what I'm gonna do with these yet. These are kind of just mostly for me,
Yeah,
just to
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
have little
Yeah, I
neat.
mean they're cool, man. They're beauties, bro.
Kind of wish I would have gotten another two, because then I could send really, I feel more comfortable giving, 5 to 10 of them away if I had another tube for sure. But I'll
Yeah,
probably end up mailing
absolutely.
some out.
Silver Stallion says, like Kaliilo says, never hesitate to reach out to the community. Absolutely. What did he say? Oh, Silver Stallion, no need to be antisocial, brother. You're surrounded by like-minded people who support you and want to see you grow. Yeah, same here, buddy.
Yeah,
Yep, that's right. That's right. You got some good friends, people that care about you. You know.
absolutely. I really
TFT says
appreciate the
something
community.
weird. Something weird about riots in the U.S. is that Americans have no clue what a riot looks like compared to many other countries.
Oh
Once
yeah,
rule of law is gone, then riots actually become a real and concern. Yep, absolutely.
I would agree. I would say, it's just compared to what even like some of the other riot and protests that like the Hong Kong protesters, even some of the yellow vest in Paris. I was like, why aren't we protesting like that? Like these guys are going up against, really, parking their cars and driving on and walking home and leaving them to block the streets because they're protesting new taxes on petrol and and fuel costs. Just, but yeah, I couldn't imagine, and I don't really want to think about what a real riot looks like.
Yeah, that's right. Like when you hear certain places, oh, gangs or whatever, I'm like, man, there's like no need for gangs in our current time. Come on. Like you want to see a real gang? Shoot, go to the Middle East. Those are some real gangs.
Yeah. Oh, and they have the network and all the community in to where even the little kids are running around with radios in their back pocket. And they'll come in and convoy headed up this or that road, and they just spot and watch all for each other. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it might be up to some nefarious things, but they really have a tight knit network of surveillance and information that lets them truly rule their territory
Yeah.
while blending in with people who are doing it essentially almost vital but very non-violent roles like information and surveillance.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, it's going to be interesting what comes of all of this geopolitical stuff going on right now. Really interesting. Just curious to know, because for me, obviously, it's just the metals. That's what I'm always paying attention to.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if things continue to escalate with Mexico. Like, the cartel really could put up a lot of resistance and show force at the border, but like, would that kick off any sort of conflict? Maybe not necessarily with Mexico, but would they get in and cooperate with if anything did escalate? But I
Mm-hmm.
think they're smart enough to know not to bite, not to shit too close to home
Yeah.
as
Well,
far as
and
Mexico, but Iran and what's happening when Afghanistan after our withdrawal.
mm-hmm.
If you ever watched the Sean Ryan show, and I forget was her name, Sarah Adams was
Yep.
a CIA targeter talking about how they use the open borders to infiltrate and set up all these individual terror cells that may or may not be coordinating or working with each other.
Yep.
Currently, or up until they have the point of a planned massive homeland attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the other thing is that a lot of people don't know that China does a lot of stuff through Mexico, which is what I have a feeling that's what a lot of this has to do with, but they're just not telling us about it.
Yeah. There was something I'd seen recently. I think it was Roman, the Facts Matter with Roman, what's his name from the Epic Times, about how a Chinese student or lab assistant, somebody associated with a university, I think in Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
was caught trying to smuggle some very unique um, agricultural fungus into the country that essentially would attack wheat, corn, and soybeans. But
Mm-hmm.
this fungus is unique because not only does it ruin the crops, but it also produces a toxin within affected crops. So
Yep.
any animal or human that consumes the crop affected by this fungus would essentially be poisoning themselves in a small dose every time.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. All right, man. Well, I think I'm gonna call it. Go get me some lunch. Spend some time with the
All right.
wife. What about you? What are you up to for the rest of the day?
I'm not to probably go get something to eat, pack up the desk, and then maybe go spend some time with the girlfriend. I had to do some errands in town this morning. Otherwise, I would have been out there last night. But I was also a little nervous about testing the live stream, the stage, and then having a good setup. And even
Oh,
though
you
she
killed
offered
it,
me a
buddy.
space, I just felt more comfortable at home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You
thank
know,
you for
you
joining
killed it,
me.
man.
Wow.
Yeah, you knocked it out of the park. That double setup, the 43 ounces of silver unboxing, man. Everything was great. The chat was awesome. Yeah, it was an awesome stream, man. You did great.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me, Kaliilo. Thank you, everybody who's in the chat. You all have a great afternoon. Have a great weekend. Uh, Tune in Sunday for the Metal Mob and all you UK stackers. There's also Sundays with Craven. I think he returns with the Axis for the first time in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah,
Tomorrow afternoon. Then for
nice.
Sundays with Craven, we'll be back.
Is
I think.
the is that debate with Fish and Dragoons? Is that during the Metals Mob or
No, I think that's Fish's Small Channel Mafia
okay?
host. I
Because
think
that's going on today, right?
I'm
Later on
not
today.
sure. I'll have to look around. I know I'm subscribed to them both, but I'll have to figure out who's hosting that event and definitely tune in.
Yeah,
Thank you, Chip,
I
for
believe when
joining.
he stopped by on Wednesday, he said it was going to be this Saturday. So let's check it out. I'm going to try to stop by.
All right. Well, thank you, Kaliilo, for joining me.
Hey, you got it, buddy. Thanks for inviting me, man. Have a great weekend, everyone. Take it easy out there in them streets. Keep on stacking.
Yep. Okay, make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment your favorite pieces down below. I'll be showcasing all these in videos coming soon on my channel. Thank you, Kaliilo, so much, and
You
y'all
got it,
have a
buddy.
great weekend.
Take it easy, y'all.